There are two ways to look at mentorship. Two critical ways to look at mentorship, and it's providing mentorship, receiving mentorship. Right? Receiving mentorship, providing mentorship. These are two ways to look at mentorship. I mean, I've worked with many young leaders. Many young leaders fall into that temptation to focus on their leadership responsibility, focus on the work, focus on the activities that they have to do as leaders, and they forget that they have a huge responsibility to raise other leaders. Right? They have a huge responsibility to raise other leaders. I believe that the goal of leadership or the goal of leaders is not really to have many followers, but to raise other leaders. Right? The goal of leaders, I believe so strongly, is not to have many followers, but to raise other leaders. But there's this trick, or there's this assumption, that before you can mentor others, right? Before you can mentor others, you have to be old, you have to grow up, grow old, have gray hairs, and have this thing called many experience or many years of experience before you can provide mentorship to others. But I want us to look at it this way. If you have ever had anyone look up to you as somebody that they can learn from, if you have ever had anyone look up to you at all, right, it means that number one, you are a leader, and it also means that you have a huge responsibility to that person to raise that person up to the place where you are, right? If people look up to you because you have more skills, more experience, more whatever, right? As long as you have somebody looking up to you, it means that you can mentor that person to get to the level where they are. There's something they are looking at in your life that they desire. So it means that you have a huge responsibility to raise them up to get to that level. Amidst your busy work and activities, you have a huge responsibility to mentor others, and you must understand this, that it's a critical role for every leader. You don't have to grow old before you lead others. You don't have to grow old before you mentor others. You just have to accept the responsibility to take others along with you on the journey of success or your journey of greatness, right? And there are simple ways you can do this. Three simple ways you can do all of this, or you can mentor others. Number one, in the midst of your busy activities and your busy schedules, create time that is critically focused on raising others or developing others. In the midst of your busy week, months, years, create time, create a schedule where you are mentoring others, and that can be simple. That can be done. I mean, a simple way you can do that is that you have like a week every quarter where you are spending time with mentors, with mentees rather, or spending time with people who are looking up to you, right? My goal is that you should create time for it, because if you do not create time for it, there's never enough time. Number two is, when you have such schedule, what you should be doing in those meetings is that number one, you are sharing your experiences. You are sharing, most importantly, your success and your failures. Most times we like to share our success stories and we leave out the failures, not knowing that our failures have a lot of lessons that other young leaders can learn from, right? So it's important that even as you create time, share your experience, share your success story, but most importantly, share your failures. It is in those failures that young leaders and upcoming leaders or emerging leaders have perspective into what is working and what does not work, right? So it avoids, they avoid trying something that does not work. The last thing is, beyond just sharing your experience and your stories, your success stories, it's important that you also take time to encourage the people who look up to you. There is a level of motivation and encouragement that needs to come from you to them, right? And that encouragement should also come in form of a challenge, like you are challenging them to do something with what they have heard, right? To do something with what they have learned, because it's not enough to know. The goal of knowledge is action. So encourage them to take small actions, take small responsibilities in small circles, lead in small circles. That opens them up to bigger things, right? So I feel like in these simple three ways, you can take on that responsibility. You can succeed in your responsibility, not just as a leader, but also as a mentor to someone who is looking up to you. It's very important. What you are doing in essence is that you are beyond yourself and beyond your title. You are raising and equipping the next generation of leaders to take over from you, right? I hope these simple ways help you become a better leader. If you need more of my leadership tips, don't forget, every Monday I release the great letters, via email. So you can subscribe with the link on my bio and receive them every Monday morning. I hope this helped you. See you in the next video.